Dulwich Hamlet begin their involvement in this year's FA Cup as they take on Hastings United in first qualifying round action at Champion Hill. The Hamlet earned their first home win of the campaign last time out against Tooting and Mitcham United, which gave them 4 points over the bank holiday weekend. They make just one change as Sanchez Ming comes in for Muhammadu Faal as they begin their attempts to reach the first round proper for the first time this century. Hastings suffered their first loss of the season at home to Lewis on Monday. They've already come through one round in this competition, beating Sheppey United 2 weeks ago. They make 4 changes from the Lewis loss, but do include ex-Dulwich midfielder Jack Dixon in the starting 11. Dulwich have got past the stage in each of the last 2 seasons. Can they do so again? Or will Hastings return to the seaside with a win to their name? So it will be a tough proposition for the Hamlet today. As Sam Beale has to go back to Josh Pelling. One player who's come into the side today, Medlock, trying to beat Hales to the ball here. Hales just about held him off. Medlock wants a foul against him. Saying was contact. Beaney, match winner, the captain on Monday. He gets it back, Kenny Beaney. Dispossessed there. Hales got a toe to that head of Medlock. Good start to the season for Billy Medlock, already got 4 goals to his name. Here's Ferguson. Ming on the overlap. Deep ball in. Shaw's trying to get to the far post. Keeps it alive. Will it drop for DeMarca? No. Hastings survive. Touch was made by the defender. It still comes for Cargbo. Dulwich camped on this half of the field. Clunis to Beaney. It's a possession game from the home side. Here goes Ferguson. Can he bring it down? Black does enough. Ferguson still got the shot in though. Ollie Black just trying to keep the attentions of Ferguson at bay. Almost let him side down there. There's the captain Johnson. Short for Sam Crotwell. His turn to bring it forward. Nice 1-2 between him and Gaylor, and Crotwell's got space to move into. Does he fancy a shot perhaps? Just charged down and deflects through to Edwards. Medlock was on the prowl. First chance they've had to throw men into the area, barring a free kick early on. But Rowe is forward. In it comes. It's towards Rowe. It did get the header on. Comfortable low save for Edwards. Expecting to gather that cleanly, and he did. And find a bit of space. Filled in for Crew nicely in that role. Beaney always good at unlocking a defence. Cargbo can also play a pass. Ferguson had that space. Drives the ball in. Neither a cross nor a shot in the end from Ferguson, but DeMarca hadn't read it. Was never troubling Pelling. Ferguson goes wide to Ming. Seen him get forward a bit more than Shaw so far. Though in truth, neither fullback being allowed to get involved too often. Cargbo for DeMarca. We'll slow the ball up. Back to Cargbo. It goes with the placement shot. Just curling away from goal in the end. Good build-up play from Dulwich. DeMarca waiting for the ball to come back to him. Cargbo had continued his run. So just curling away in the end, the wrong side of the post. Weatherstone's flicked on to Medlock. Hale's got to come across. Has the better of him. Goes for the early shot, but tame in the end from Medlock. He's capable of better than that. Just trying to catch Edwards unaware. Came out with all guns blazing after the break as they were chasing the game. Dixon. Good challenge by Hales. Good strength from the ex-Welling man. Clunis. Chance for him to run at Isaiah. Not had too many chances to stretch his legs so far. Has the beating of Isaiah though. What's his cross like? Not bad. Might come for Ferguson. Does come for Ming, does it? Not quite. It was a foul in the end by Ming. It's better though. A bit of penetration from Dulwich, getting space in behind. Pass didn't reach him in any case. Jana's got the better of Weatherstone. Not of Beaney though. Took too long on the ball, Jana. Both sides been guilty of that in this first half. Ferguson. Look at Shaw on the overlap in space. Early cross for him. It's towards DeMarca. Gets his head on it. Just over. Not too far away from opening his account for the season. It's Cargbo back with Chambers. Hastings doing their best to stifle Dulwich. So far, you'd say it's worked. Dulwich just passing has been a bit sloppy and slow at times, though. Ming. It's a nice dummy. Weatherstone continues on his merry way. In comes across from him. DeMarca trying to stretch. Shaw got a touch. It'll be a goal kick. Another long throw coming up from Black. Almost, if they were to concede it, Dulwich, it might give them the kick that they need to get going. Long by Black, it's decent. All the way through. I think it was Rowe who nearly got the touch. Dixon retrieves the loose ball. Taking short with him. Shaw charge it down, corner kick. Good work from Ming. DeMarca just slipped, that's unlucky. Dulwich could have mounted the counter-attack had he taken that in his stride. Had Clunas and Ferguson ahead of him. Gaylor, he's gone for goal from distance. Could have been awkward for Edwards. Just dipping on him, but had his body behind the ball. Weatherstone. To Cargbo. Beaney. Ferguson wide to Weatherstone. Looks up, lost in the cross. Pelling's come for it, does get the punch. Well done by the keeper. Ferguson. Clunas inside the penalty area now. Dulwich does find room for a shot. Quickly charged down though by Rowe. So can they find something from this corner? So we tick into injury time. Edwards with a really good punch in there under pressure. Come for Beale, not a bad shot, and what a save by Edwards. That ball was swerving. Strong fist by the goalkeeper and tips it over the top. Had a fairly routine first half, but in injury time makes a tremendous one-handed save. Crotwell on his left foot. Towards the near post. Might hit the post and it's gone in. A bit of pinball going on, and Hastings on the stroke of half-time take a lead. I'm not sure who's got the final touch in there. I think it's Ollie Rowe. The ball came out to him a yard out. Deflected into the corner. The corner wasn't dealt with by Dulwich. Been there undoing at times this season. Eventually fell to Rowe and gets a touch from a yard out, and into the corner it goes. Nathan Ferguson to deliver Dulwich's second corner of the afternoon. And towards the marker, Jana got the touch away. Beaney happy to go back to short. Midlock stumbled, which helped him out there short. Towards the marker with the second ball. Drops forward to maybe DeMarca. A lot of power in the shot, but always going away from goal. Pelling must have known that he didn't move a muscle, the goalkeeper. Short. Sorry, Ming. One for Faal to chase. Almost got his legs in a muddle. Has the beating of Crotwell though, Faal. In towards the marker. Ball gets stuck under his legs a little bit. Chance goes begging. Just couldn't lay it off to Fraser Short. Faal. Ferguson. He's got two men over, one being Cargbo, the other being Clunas. And Cargbo will play out to him now. Can he get past Black? Yes, he can. He comes across towards the marker. Again, wasn't too far away from reaching it. Medlock with a lot to do. Slips. Weatherstone not happy. Claims he was cheating. Beaney to DeMarca. Cargbo. Clunas. Deep ball towards Pelling. Well gathered. Dealt with everything that's come his way so far today. DeMarca again on the chest. Waiting for Clunas to make the run. Just holds off the challenge of Crotwell. Still DeMarca. Holding off Johnson as well. The crowd enjoyed that. Clunas sends in the cross. DeMarca gets a hit on that and it will loop over the crossbar again. Another half chance in the second half for Demibi DeMarca. That's a couple he's had now. Go with his header in the first 45. Weatherstone towards Faal. Chested on. DeMarca might still in here, not quite. Didn't anticipate the flick from Faal. It's a bit slow on the uptake, and Pelling was always gathering that ahead of the Dulwich number 9. Cargbo. Sanchez Ming. Clunas hugging the touchline. Has the better of Black and can advance now. Clunas, is there a cut back on as there was against Tooting? There was. DeMarca, a toe end away from reaching that. Well defended Ollie Rowe. Again by Crotwell. Weatherstone, what a header that was under pressure. Faal, can he bring it away? I think he actually just slipped, but wins a free kick. Couldn't quite wriggle free. Cargbo. Beaney, again he can use Ming if he chooses to. Just rolls it out there again. Clunis, just inside the area. Turn of pace from Clunis, floats it in. DeMarco trying to steal in, good defending by Isaiah. And there's a free kick. Goes against, I think, Cargbo in the end. Helped out by Cargbo here. Beaney. Carew. Back onto his right foot. Sense of expectation around the ground. Carew does shoot. Tip wide, good save. Really good stop that low by Pelling. Biggest thing he's had to do today, the goalkeeper. Maybe on the field a couple of minutes, Carew, but that's what he can do. Corner goes short. Here is Ashley Carew again. Cargbo. Cross-leg deflection, shouts of handball. It's come for Chambers. It's come out to Beaney. Takes deflection over the top. Dulwich wanted a penalty. That sense of expectation when the ball came to Beaney. It was a similar sort of area to where he scored against Tooting last week. Carew, with Ferguson off the field, will take over corner duties. Here's a good delivery. Keeper got a little punch in it. It's come for Faal, I think. Cleared away. Anywhere will do. It's going to be a rocket from Medlock, judging by the run-up. Dulwich will need to stand their ground. Up he steps then, Medlock. Not troubling Edwards. Tried to get the dip on it. Couldn't manage it. Faal's dropped off the shoulder of the defender to receive the ball here. Back with Weatherstone. Faal again. Rolls into Carew. Faal again. Still Muhammadu Faal. And still goes get the shot in. Tipped away. Boakye-Yiadom. Dulwich equalise. Nana Boakye-Yiadom with his first goal for the club. It's taken them a while today, as they did against Tooting, but they have their goal. A real poacher's finish from the substitute. Well played, Muhammadu Faal in the build-up. 1-2 with Carew. Had the shot in the end, Faal. The goalkeeper spilt it. Pelling pushed it back into the danger zone, and Boakye-Yiadom reacted fastest for his first Hamlet goal. Dulwich do what they did on Monday and come from behind to win. They did it at Harlow as well earlier in the season. Rodari almost stealing in behind Chambers. Wasn't a million miles away from getting a touch on that. That full stretch though, couldn't quite manage it. Ming. Pass deflects, but we'll find Boakye-Yiadom. Early ball in, might come for Faal, not quite, well defended in there. But we'll send it downfield, here goes Rodari. Weatherstone with a really important touch there. If he hadn't, he may well have reached Curtis Gaylor. Dulwich almost caught out on the break. Sure. There goes Clunis, allows us to come across him. Popping up on the left-hand side in Nara, and Clunis taking on Isaiah. Just held up by him. Short. And comes across over Boakye-Yiadom, not the tallest man in the world. Needs to be inch perfect for him, and in the end over his head. Long throw coming up from Black. And we're going to have late drama here. Into a dangerous area. What a punch by Edwards. Really, really good goalkeeping. Helped on by Boakye-Yiadom, only as far as Johnson. Hits Boakye-Yiadom. Dulwich getting the break. Carew. Faal will drag Isaiah with him. Faal goes for goal early on. Innovative. Easy save for Pelling. 89 minutes on the clock. Dulwich in an advanced position here. Beaney. Ming, can he work across? Goes inside Sanchez Ming. Really, really good challenge, Ollie Black. Thought for a moment the ball might have got away from him. Beaney has it back for Dulwich though. Good tenacity from the captain. Reverse ball. Boakye-Yiadom turns his marker. Boakye-Yiadom! Goal! Nana Boakye-Yiadom It was Beaney on Monday with a double. It's Nana Boakye-Yiadom today in the 90th minute. Dulwich have a 2-1 lead.
In the 90th minute, the second goal for the Hamlet.
What a substitution it's been from Gavin Rose. Really well done, Kenny Beaney, to win that ball back on the far side. The reverse ball into Boakye-Yiadom. Turned his marker, stroked it across the goalkeeper, in off the far post. Dulwich may well have just put their place in the second qualifying round. Cargway trying to play down the line. Dulwich, as I say, needs to play sensible football now. Boakye-Yiadom. Direct approach taken from the substitute. On he goes, Boakye-Yiadom. Trying to slip it through to Faal. Back to Boakye-Yiadom on a hat-trick. He gets it. That seals the tie. What an introduction it's been for the substitute. A great way to announce yourself at Champion Hill. A hat-trick in less than 20 minutes since coming on. First one came in the 79th, second in the 90th, that one in the 94th. Dulwich definitely into the hat on Monday. Again, it was all his own doing. Direct approach taken, tried to slip it through to Faal. Bit of luck, the ball rebounding to him. Clinical finish from Boakye-Yiadom. 3 goals in 15 minutes for him. Dulwich 3-1 up. Minutes away from taking it to a replay. Only 10 away from winning it. Records will show what looks like a comfortable win for Dulwich. That's not a bad effort though. Gala with the ambitious shot. Over the top it goes. A lot of power in the strike. Holding that one down the line. Well, it hasn't been pretty. It's certainly not been a great performance in many respects from Dulwich Hamlet today, but they do find themselves in the second qualifying round draw on Monday morning. Hat-trick in the final 15 minutes of the game from Nana Boakye-Yiadom, sealing their place in the next round. It wasn't going Dulwich's way at half-time. A goal on the stroke of half-time. Ollie Rowe claiming the goal. It may well have been an own goal in the deflection from a corner, giving Hastings a half-time lead. Dulwich huffed and they puffed. Didn't really get going in this game, but the introduction of Boakye-Yiadom seemed to spark a reply from them. Muhammadu Faal's shot was saved by Josh Pelling, with Boakye-Yiadom firing home the rebound with 11 minutes to go. And as the game ticked into the 90th minute, he turned his marker and slotted a shot off the far post and in before completing his hat-trick. With a bit of luck in injury time, tried to play in Muhammadu Faal. Ball came back his way, puts it in the bottom corner to seal a 3-1 win for Dulwich. Final score at Champion Hill and this FA Cup first qualifying round tie is Dulwich Hamlet 3, Hastings United 1. Gav, obviously delighted to have won the game, but you must be a bit concerned it took so long to get a foothold in it.
Yeah, concerned, slightly frustrated, but I thought we had opportunity in the first half to maybe start winning the game, and obviously when you don't, pretty similar to the last game we had against Tooting, you don't give the other team a goal, and then we have to chase it and they can put bodies behind the ball and get us on the break. So slightly frustrated, but I think most teams that come down here will be tactically aware and understand where our threats are, and it's for us to work that out.
We make it hard for ourselves, didn't we? I thought we dominated all the game, to be fair. They had very little chance. Sloppy goal they scored, from our point of view. Another set piece, which I'm not happy with. But that's probably the only way they're going to score against us. I felt we defended well as a team.
We come here today with a game plan to frustrate Dulwich. We know obviously what they're like on the ball. I think we did that. We stuck to it for 60 minutes. I think we've got a young team. Sometimes we're a little bit naive, and they're a bit gutted in there. We give it a good shot, but sometimes you've got to learn from these sort of games, and I think it'll be a good experience for some of the younger lads today.
Do you think in some regards it's actually good you went a goal down, because against Tooting and Harlow as well, it gives the impetus to chase the game and really sort of step up a few gears?
Yeah, no. We're playing against teams that on paper we're expected to beat anyway. So I think that could be probably a part of the problem. We think that we should win the game, but we don't actually do what needs to be done to win the game. And then you start losing maybe 1 or 2 goals, and then you start doing what you should be doing in the first place. So for me, that's not a good attitude. It's not a good mentality, and then if I don't change that in the change room, then we'll come unstuck as the season goes on. So that's not something I want to keep in my changing room.
The set pieces have been your undoing this season. We saw at Leyston, and we've had the long throw at Harlow, for example. It's been a bit of a Achilles heel.
Yeah, it's something we've got to work on, to be fair. It's taking responsibility for your man and your job, and dominating our mainly 6-yard box, but 18-yard box as well. You know, yeah, something we've got to change drastically and quickly, because there's some big physical teams in this league.
Sort of in the game, we knew that if we nick a goal, and we got one, obviously towards the end, and we put a little bit of pressure on, Dulwich would get frustrated, and I could sense it that they were getting frustrated. You know, first 10-15 minutes into the game, we thought if we stick to our game plan, you know, we might frustrate them enough to get a result.
To beat us, you're going to have to score 2, 3, 4 goals. We look dangerous in attack. We're good going forward. It's just trying to get into half time with a lead or a 0-0. You know, we've got to find some clean sheets from somewhere. You know, I'm desperate for a clean sheet, and it will come. It will come together. Last year it took us a while to gel, mainly as a back three. I'm sure it's getting there. It's getting there.
Did you think you deserved that goal at half time to go in ahead?
I did. I think, you know, the first 10 minutes, I mean, Sam Bill's hit one from 30 yards. I think Preston's made a good save, but you know, them sort of goals in and around the box are what strikers die for. I think come off the back of Ollie Rowe's ankle, so we'll take that at 1-0 at half time. So,
what do you think happened that last 20 minutes? Did you switch off a bit, or did you think the pressure just told in the end?
I think we had a game plan, obviously, to sit and frustrate Dulwich. It just took one slip. I think one of our players got rolled, and the keepers pushed it out. And you know, as a striker, their bread and butter chances 5 yards out of goal.
Great to see Nana really take his chance off the bench there. I know he's been struggling to hit the net in the last few games, and to come on and have the impact he did must have really delighted you.
It did, but we've been seeing a lot of improvement with Nana in the last few weeks. We've arranged a few friendly games over the last few weeks, and he's looked fitter, match fit. And he scored goals in them, so you know naturally that he'll get more confident, and obviously his run of form will get better because he's playing in match situations rather than just training. But like you say, delighted for him. I thought he was a breath of fresh air. He took risks. He committed their back four, back three, and that's the sort of thing he can do. That's why we signed him. He's a little bit different. He's raw, but he's very much direct, and that's what we like about him.
Hat-trick in the FA Cup, what does that mean as a player?
Delighted, really. It was good to get the hat-trick. Good to just first and foremost help the team. We got the win today. Gaffer just told me to come on, be effective, you know, show my stuff, and I just did that, and obviously got the hat-trick, so delighted. And
even better the fact you got off the mark for Dulwich.
Yep, definitely opened my account. Great way to do it, great stage, FA Cup. But yeah, I'm glad, just thank God for that, and yeah, we'll just continue, keep going, take this confidence.
And just finally, what does the FA Cup mean for a non-league player, just to get through the rounds and try and do as well as they can?
Well, I wouldn't really necessarily say non-league. I think for the pro game as well, FA Cup is the biggest domestic cup in England, you know. But for us, it's an opportunity to put our name on the map more so than it is. Have a nice few away trips. Like last year, we had a nice FA Trophy run. No, it's FA Cup special, isn't it? And it brings all sorts of surprises along the way.
Yeah, it's big. Obviously, FA Cup doesn't need mentioning too much. Everyone knows it's a big stage, chance to impress and get as far as possible. So, yeah, I mean, as a team, we'll take that in our strides, take this confidence into the next round, and hopefully we'll get the win.
I think last year the FA competitions gave us a chance to build some form, some confidence, and also like to go beyond what maybe they think mentally they can do. So the FA Trophy in particular, we went quite far. We beat some really big clubs, and maybe gained a bit of confidence. It reverted into the league season. So the FA Cup for me, it would only really that would only really be the main thing I'd like to gain from it.
Twice in 6 days now, you've had to come from behind and dig deep to go and get the win. Sign of good attitude in the squad to really you have to put in those extra yards and come from behind.
Yeah, definitely. As a team, you know, you have to go through those things. You know, it's not just being able to win games and go 2-3 goals up, but being able to show yourself show your character, show you can come from behind, and we did that today, and the lads showed great character.